everyone. I enjoy using text in my glue books and collages. It is very neutral. Everything goes with it. It's nice to put in the backgrounds because anything that you put on top of text, it shows up better. It makes it more interesting. So I use text from pages of books. And I do like foreign language. There's something about text that you can't read that your eye doesn't really concentrate on trying to read the words. So I do really like foreign languages, different kinds of characters. I like that a lot. But I do use just regular book text as well. And also I do enjoy, we're talking about books, the illustrations and things that you find inside of books, I really enjoy as well. I thought I had, dictionaries are one of my favorites. It has tiny little print and it's usually in a block like this, so it's harder to read in glue books, and it kind of just disappears in the background. But I also like all the little pictures. I often use the covers of dictionaries to make books with, and so I love taking out the little pictures and using those in my glue books as well. So text and the images that you can find in books. And you can also find text in newspapers. This one is, I'm not sure if it's Japanese or if it's Korean, but it's a nice neutral background. Not very much color to it, and I use the large print as well as the different size of the other stuff. And when it comes to newspapers, I like the images as well, so I do save newspaper images if I like them. And it doesn't have to be a foreign newspaper. It can be any kind of newspaper. The Sunday newspaper with the comics and all that good stuff are great to use. I have mentioned this before. If you don't have books, if you don't want to spend money buying a newspaper, and you don't have somebody else to give you a newspaper, you don't have newspaper at all, you can print out your own text in a Word document and just print it out. You can type anything you want, random letters or the alphabet or whatever, and use up the whole paper, print that out and on regular copy paper, and then you have text that you can use. You can try different fonts, you can try different size characters, so you can have a large variety of text in that way, and you don't have to destroy any books to get it. So it is a really good way. You can copy on white and then tea dye or coffee dye the pages, or even watercolor, so that they have a little bit of color to them. It is a really easy way to get text. I also like word search or Sudoku puzzles. Sometimes I'd like to do the puzzles first and then rip them up, and sometimes I just like to rip them up just because I like the looks of text behind my images, numbers as well. So that is an idea. I go to, the Dollar Tree or a discount place and buy puzzle books and rip them up for little bits to glue into my glue book. So I like all kinds of text. I like small, I like large, I like things to be really different. This is newspaper. So it was an article that was large, and this one is a smaller thing. Magazines have large text, and I do like grabbing those letters, the little bits of text. I don't necessarily like to save the entire word because my eyes go to that word and read words and kind of put meaning to the Gluebook page or whatever with those words. So I like to chop up words so that you really can't read them, but they look cool when they are, just a little bit. Large letters, medium-sized letters. Here's more text. Here's a little bit of book illustration that I thought was cool. So I will use all this kind of stuff in Collage and Gluebooks. I just like the way text looks in Gluebooks. So I use all those little bits that I find. Here is a page with some text, and I would just, rip it up so that you really can't tell what the word was, but you've got some interesting background bits on color. So there's some interesting bits to use. So text of any size, any color, different fonts. I love all that stuff. And I really do get a lot from books. Dictionaries I enjoy because they're different languages. I like the pictures in dictionaries, like I said before. Here's a cute little book that doesn't necessarily have a lot of text, but some cute little pictures that I will be using. And then I'll use the cover for a handmade book, a blank book with my own papers in it. So I always look for all kinds of different books. And then the last thing, since we're talking about books, often they come with covers. I get these at the library. The books that they don't want anymore, they sell for not very much money. And so I will grab those if they're interesting text or if they have interesting illustrations in them. And then I can use the covers for images as well. I mean, that is a really cool cover. I just take them out of the plastic or whatever and rip them up. And then I have an interesting image that I can use. And this one is really a cool cover altogether. I mean, it would be a really cool page in a book. So I use up all the parts of a book. When I need a book for a book cover to make a book out of, I use the cover, then I use the pages for text. I use a lot of it. I use a lot of the books. So text, all kinds of sizes, all kinds of colors, all kinds of fonts. If you put them all together, they end up being an interesting kind of collage just by themselves. So keep in mind text and illustrations that come out of books are a good way to increase your collage fodder, your Gluebook fodder. So it's one of my favorites. I really do like text in everything that I make. I have quite a few different bits of text that I use. So go out and look for text. Thanks for watching.